Started, I want to remind you to please change your name on the Zoom to your name so I can see what your name is, and also to make sure you have your video on so I can see you, and I can, if we choose you to speak and to when you volunteer to say something, then I can see your beautiful faces. So here we are on the farm. You can see here's the farm behind me. We're gonna see so many beautiful things here at the farm. We are in Encinitas, California. That's close to San Diego. Raise your hand if you've ever been to California. Anybody been to California? All right, nice. So it is so beautiful and sunny here. And this is such a beautiful farm because we are a Jewish education and community farm. And one thing that is super, super special about our farm is that more than half of everything we grow, we donate to the community. So if you and your parents want to know more about what we do here and how we donate our food, then you can check out our website, coastalrootsfarm.org. And what's really great about kids, I get to be in charge of all the kids programming. Kids get to come here and they get to get their hands dirty in the soil, and they're doing planting and they're harvesting, which means picking the vegetables, and they get to eat the vegetables, and they get to walk around and see a couple of our animals that we have here. And it is just such a great place to be. So if you ever come out to San Diego, once we're allowed to have all the guests back on our farm, I really, really hope you come and you visit us here. So we're gonna get started. So we know that Shavu'ot is coming up, right? Shavu'ot is the next holiday. It's starting on Thursday night. And the farm is such a perfect place to celebrate Shavuot because really, Shavuot is all about the farmers and all the vegetables and fruit that are growing right now. So for our first activity, we're gonna do a scavenger hunt. Put your finger on your nose if you're ready to run around your house for a scavenger hunt. Oh, nice. I see all those fingers. Okay, so let me show you how we do a scavenger hunt here on the farm. I have here an egg carton that I cut up and I colored 4 different colors. And what we do here on the farm when we go on a scavenger hunt, we find items that match the colors in the egg carton and we put it inside the egg carton. So I'm gonna hold the egg carton, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna run around the house and find items that match these colors. But there is a challenge because on the farm, we have lots of things that are growing and that are alive. And so the challenge for you is not just to find anything that's brown or green or yellow or red. It is to find something that's alive, or it used to be alive, like a vegetable or a fruit, or something that's alive right now, like a plant. Or even if you have an animal that matches these colors, you can bring them to the screen. So either you can go and get all those 4 things when I say go, or you can get one at a time, come back, show me, and then go back and find another one, okay? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Who's ready to go on a scavenger hunt, finding things that are alive, like a plant, a vegetable, a fruit? Right, okay. Maybe, yeah, an animal. Okay, you ready? I'm gonna do the first one. So brown, I have here on the farm so much soil and mulch. So my first thing that I'm going to pick is a brown twig. You guys can see the brown twig. And I'm gonna put it in my brown egg carton. Are you guys ready? All right, go! Go find something brown. Go run around your house and find something brown in the kitchen, or maybe in your bedroom. Go find something brown around the house. I'm gonna scroll through and see all the things you guys are bringing. Ooh, I see a stick. Nice. What else? Hold them up. Oh, I see a pine cone. Good job, Gabrielle, a pine cone. And, ooh, Misha, I see a pencil and a truck. Very cool. Thank you, Nitsan, for scrolling through those. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, we have brown pretzels. Okay, awesome. Okay, put that down. So yeah, that was good. Okay, The next one is green. If you have something green in your house, go run, run, run. I'm gonna find something green here. I have so much to choose from. I have lots of grass and plants. I'm gonna choose a green leaf. Let's see if you guys can see. Yep, I'm getting the leaf right here. There's my leaf. I picked it off. Oh my gosh, Nava has a cucumber. That's definitely alive. Good job, Nava. What else do we have here? Ooh, somebody's holding up a list. A and E, they have a green apple. Good job. Cucumber and apple, those are both fruit. Another cucumber from Talia, Eitan Vema'ayan. Ooh, what is that? Is that a cucumber also? Nice, Yael. Yael also has a cucumber. Oh, I love, oh, Ella has a green plant. That looks like either a tomato plant or mint. Mint, nice. Okay, we are ready for our next one. Oh, there's another nice plant growing in a pot. Good job, Kai. Awesome. We are ready for yellow. Go find something yellow. Let's see. Look at what I have here. I have here lots of calendula growing. It is a yellow flower and it is edible. You can actually eat the leaves. Let's see what you guys have. Oh, Talia, Eitan, Maayan, they have a banana. And so does Maayan. Oh, and she's eating her banana. Perfect. And Nava, what kind of fruit is that? Let me see turn it around so I can see. Is that a pear, a lemon? An orange. Thanks, Nava. Ooh, that looks yummy. So oranges and bananas. Is that a yellow bell pepper, Yasmin? Or is it like a fake yellow tooth? Tooth. Nice, nice. Awesome. Okay, we are ready for our last one. Thanks, Adam. Is that a yellow block? I love it. Okay, our last one is red. Go find something red. And I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna find a red strawberry. It is our favorite here on the farm. Ooh, let's see. I'm gonna find a good strawberry here. Can you guys see? Yeah. Ooh, right off the plant. There it is. Okay, let's see what you guys have. Rachel? Oh, Nashama. Hey, Nashama. You have a red bell pepper. Nice. And I see Amelia has a red apple. Beautiful. And Adam, I think you have red something. Oh, and Nava, you have a red. Is that a cherry tomato? Oh, tomato, yeah. Cherry tomato or grape tomato. Those are so yummy. And is that a red cherry, Yasmin? And you have green. So you have both the stem and the fruit, the green and the red. And, oh, is that a radish? Alma and Carmel? Ooh, nice. And, oh, red crayons. And those red berries. So many red things, Misha. I love it. You guys are amazing. Oh, I see a red nectarine, a peach, Shoshana. Yeah, those, oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. These are such great things. And Yael has a red tomato. Yeah. Oh, those are so yummy and so beautiful. And what's amazing about going to visit a farm, you get to see all of those things growing, especially here in our farm. We have a lot of vegetables, mostly vegetables, but we do have two kinds of animals. And I'm going to introduce you to one type of animal. Actually, my friend and another teacher here on the farm is going to teach you about another kind of animal. And I'm going to give you a hint. The animal lays something that you find at the supermarket inside an egg carton. Go ahead and shout out if you know what animal gives us something to put in the egg carton. Are you guys saying chicken? Chicken is right. So I'm going to turn this over to Megan, and she's going to show you our chickens on the farm.
All righty. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Coastal Roots Farm. I'm going to wait for it to switch over to me. Sharon, go ahead and give me a thumbs up when you can see me. There we go. Hi, everybody. We're so excited to have you out to the farm. And I'm really excited to tell you and show you all about our chickens. Now, if you're ready and excited to see our chickens, go ahead and put your chicken wings up and give a big cock-a-doodle-doo. Let me hear you one more time. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Nicely done. I have a friend right here. What do you all think? What do you think we should name her? If you have an idea for a name for our lovely chicken friend, go ahead and type it in the chat box. And I am going to hold her so you can take a look at her while I tell you a little bit more about what our chickens do here at the farm. So if you have a guess, what do you think the chickens help us out with here at Coastal Roots Farm? What do they give us? If you have a guess, go ahead and raise your hand. Go ahead and raise your hand and we'll call you out. We'll call on you if you have a guess as to what the chickens do to help us on the farm. I see Misha. Misha, I'm gonna go ahead and unmute you, Misha. There you are. What do you think the chickens help us out with? Eggs. Eggs, that's right. Thank you, Misha. The chickens help us out with eggs. And you know what else they do for us? If you were here standing with me in this chicken coop, you might have an idea from the smell. The chickens go around eating our plants. Do you see all this grass behind me? Go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you can see the grass. Whoop. So the chickens go and they eat all the grass and they give us their poop. Isn't that funny? We as farmers love their chicken poop because the poop goes back into the soil and makes the soil really, really healthy for our fruits and veggies. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and let our chicken friend, I see a suggestion from Alma and Carmel saying that they want to name the chicken Chocolate. I think that sounds great. So I'm going to let our new friend Chocolate go, and I'm going to show you a little bit more about our chickens. All righty, she's free now and happy out in her pasture. Look at that. If you were a chicken, would you want to live here? Give us a thumbs up if you would be down to live here on the farm too. Alrighty, so I'm going to show you now those things, those eggs that you all were so excited to tell me about. This is their coop here, and inside their coop, we have some eggs. Do you all see some eggs in there? We have so many different types of eggs, and I'm going to go ahead and grab a few out. We have a white egg, and we have a brown egg, white and brown eggs. Now, go ahead and give me a thumbs up if when you get eggs, do you get brown eggs? If you get brown eggs at the store. About what? Does anybody get white eggs at the store? Go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you get white eggs. So oftentimes we will find either brown or white eggs, brown or white. And the reason why we have brown and white eggs is they don't taste different, but they come from different types of chickens. So does anybody have a dog or a cat at home? Anybody have a dog or a cat? So we have different types of dogs and cats, right? We have Chihuahuas, we have poodles, we have Labradors. And just like there are different types of dogs, there are also different types of chickens. You have leghorns, you have barred rock, and you even have one called Easter eggers. And those ones give us blue and green eggs. So we have all different colored eggs coming from different kinds of chickens. Do you think that's pretty cool? Go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you think that's cool. Awesome. Yeah, Elle, I see a thumbs up. Oren, I see a thumbs up. Now I'm going to go and try to find some more of our chickens. and go ahead and show you. They're a little afraid of me. There they go, running past through all the grass, munching on the grass, and giving us delicious eggs, as well as super, super nutrient-rich poop for the soil so that we can grow lots of beautiful veggies. And in return, we care for our chickens and give them lots of space and lots of love. So before we send you all back to Sharon, go ahead, and if you want to send some of our chickens some love so that they grow healthy and help us out, go ahead and send a message to the chickens in the chat box, send some hearts, and I'll make sure to pass it on to our chicken friends. All righty, sending it back to you, Sharon. Thank you.
Thanks, Megan. Oh, I love the chickens and the eggs. If you ever had farm fresh eggs, they are so creamy. If you love eggs and you eat eggs, you should try to get some farm fresh ones. So I have here my friend and another educator, Jolene, holding the computer for me so that I can do the next part with both of my hands. So this next part really is about Shavuot. And I told you from at the beginning, Shavuot is all about farming, the farmers and the farm and everything that they grow. And if you want to write in the chat, if you know what is one thing that is special about Shavuot that you see people carrying, and they put something from the farm inside of this. And sometimes that is a basket. Sometimes they have things in the basket. Do anybody know what the word is called for what they put in the basket? All right. It is called bikurim. And bikurim is when you take a basket and you fill it with all of the first fruits and vegetables that are growing on the farm. Because it is springtime, and that's when everything that we planted back in the winter is finally ready to be harvested. And so I'm gonna go through the farm and I'm going to show you all the things that we're harvesting. And before I do that, in Shavuot, we talk about the land of milk and honey, right? God told the Israelites, the Jews, you're gonna go to Israel. It is a land of milk and honey, chalav udavash. So we don't have here animals that give us milk, like goats or cows, but we have here the insect that gives us honey. Go ahead and you can write it in the chat or just shout it out. Maybe I can see your mouth. What insect gives us honey? Bees. Good job, Asaya. Elle say bees. That is correct. Oh, and then Oren wrote bee. Awesome. Well, we need lots of bees and other kinds of pollinators. Nice, Alman Carmel also wrote bees, and Amelia, she drew a picture of bees. I love it. She has a little emoji of bees. We need bees and other pollinators like butterflies and ladybugs to help make new fruits and new seeds. And so we really appreciate bees making honey and coming to the flowers and then helping us create that while also making honey. Okay, are you guys ready? So for this next part, I am going to show you how I'm going to harvest a few of our vegetables. And while I'm doing that, you can be watching me doing that, but I also am gonna send you on another scavenger hunt. This time it's to get your own fruits and vegetables. I get mine from the farm. Where do you get yours from? Where do you find your fruits and vegetables? Do you have a farm? Shoshana or Misha? Where do you find it from? From the fridge? From the kitchen? That's right.
Farmer's market.
From the farmer's market, that's right. And so the farmers bring it to the market. And then from the market, from the store, you have it, you take it to your house, right? Okay, so while I'm getting some vegetables, you can go to where you keep your fruits and vegetables in your house, and you can put it, if you have a basket ready, but if not, don't worry, you can just bring it in your hand, you can put it on the plate. So at the end, in about 5 minutes, we'll both have something to show. We'll both have a bikurim. Give me 2 thumbs up if you're ready. All right, go collect those fruits and vegetables. You can watch me first, or you can go get it and then watch me. Let's do it. All right, so first, I'm going to harvest some chard. And so this is some beautiful chard growing here. It has pink and green. And you harvest chard by twisting the bottoms as close to the roots as you can. So here is one chard. I'm gonna get another one for our bikurim. Here is another one. Okay, I put it in my basket. We're ready to keep going. Over here, we have some celery. So I'm going to, it's the same process. You have to go to the bottom. Let's see if I can find a good one. Oh, there's some good ones way down here. Woo, these are big. I'm going to harvest these from the bottom. Here is celery right off the stalk. You just twisted it and it came right off. Okay, it's really long. I'm going to see if it doesn't fall off. I love it. Okay, ready? We're gonna go to the next place. We also have some zucchini. Let's watch over here. Okay. So this is a special kind of zucchini. It is a squash. And so it's the same motion. You twist. Yeah, can you guys see? Nice. You can twist off that. Ooh, look, right off the plant. I'm gonna put that into my bikurim basket. All right. Next, you have some lettuce. And so to cut lettuce, you actually cut it with a knife. You don't pull it up because otherwise it's super, super dirty and messy. Here is my lettuce. Nice. Okay. All right. How's my bikurim basket look so far? Oh, it is beautiful. So many colors. All right. Let's go get some carrots. Let me leave this knife here. Nobody get hurt. All right. Here we go. Let's see here. There's some big carrot right here. I hope so. All right, here we go. I'm gonna pull it. 1, 2. Oh, meshoch bagezer. If any of you know that story, you have to pull out the carrot. I'm gonna pull out another one. These carrots are yellow and they are delicious. Ready? 1, 2. Whoa, I got a little one this time. There it is. Pulled it straight from the ground. You guys know you can eat the carrot tops. You can make a fun sauce called pesto from carrot tops. And let your parents know. You get the carrot tops, don't throw them away. And if you can, compost them. All right, we are now gonna get some leeks and some onions. So a leek right here, it is like, you can use it in soups. I'm gonna pull up. Whoa, look at that. What a beautiful leek. And look at those roots coming out. So you eat this part of the leek. I usually use it in soups, or sometimes I saute it and I make with some other vegetables. Super, super yummy. Okay, we're gonna go on to the next one. Ooh, these are red bunching onions. See how they're red down here? Can you see that? Yeah, bring it up close. Nice. So watch. These are really big ones. I'm gonna get this one over here. You see that one, Jolene? Yep, there it is. Okay, good. Here we go. 1, 2. Whoa! Look at this red onion. Look at that with the roots on the bottom. Oh, I'm so excited for this red onion. Okay, I'm gonna put it in my basket. Let's see. How's my basket looking? Let's see. I see some people, you guys have your own things as well. Okay, I'm gonna harvest one more thing. I'm gonna harvest some calendula, some of that flower that I told you we can eat the petals. Cross over. Here we go. All right, ready? Nice. Okay, here we go. So this calendula, sometimes you find it like a lotion. It's really good for cuts, but you can actually eat these petals right here. You can put it on top of your salad. In some fancy restaurants, they put this so that your salad looks super fancy. All right, let's go back over there, Jolene, so we can show the basket. All right, I hope you're preparing your plate and you're ready to show it to me. All right. Thank you so much, Jolene.
You're welcome.
Perfect.
Enjoy.
Thank you. All right, let's see. Oh, they've got, oh my gosh, Nava. what do you have there? You can say it and I'll say it with you. Ginger. Nice. What else you got there? Eggplant. Good. Ooh, banana. That looks so delicious. Let's do one more, then we'll spotlight someone else. And a lime. Thank you so much, Nava. That is such a beautiful, beautiful basket of bikurim. Oh, it's so heavy. All right, who else do we have here? Kai, what do you have in your bowl? Go ahead and say it. Banana, nice. And avocado, that's right. And cherries. Oh, my favorite summer fruit. Okay, let's do one more. One more before I send it back to Megan. Ooh, who is this? Ella. Ella, look at that beautiful basket. There's your face. Nice. What do we have in there? Go ahead and say it. What are those? Dates. Dates, okay. And one more thing. And a carrot. Nice. And I even see some beautiful flowers. Some beautiful flowers. Awesome. I'm going to send it over to Megan. You guys keep showing us your plates because Megan is going to harvest some more things to add to our basket.
All righty. Wow. All those baskets look so beautiful. And I wish together. So I'm going to show you how we harvest a fruit from a tree. And so there are many different types of fruits, and fruits can come from many different types of plants. Something like a strawberry that Sharon harvested earlier, that's coming from the ground or from the Adamah. And we could also have a fruit. Ooh, I'm getting a sprinkler, I'm getting wet. We could have a fruit coming from a vine. Vines. Go ahead and shout it out. Fruits that come from vines, things like grapes or passion fruits. And then we also, of course, have fruits that come from trees. What are some of the things that you all think come from trees? Go ahead and raise your hand if you want to share out a fruit that comes from a tree. There are lots of different options. Oh, I saw some hand raises. I'm going to call. So what's an example of a fruit that comes from a tree?
In my house, we have lime trees.
Oh, a lime tree. Perfect. That's definitely an example of a fruit that comes from a tree. Is a mulberry tree. That's kind of an interesting one, right? Go ahead and raise your hand if you've tried a mulberry before. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to show you what these mulberries look like. There's one right here, and it just came off so easily. That means it's really, really ripe. Look at how long that is. Kind of like a, now I'm going to, we have lots of fruits that come from trees on the farm. Anybody else raise your hand if you want to share out a fruit that comes from a tree? Is that Mayan? I'm going to unmute you. Here we go. You're unmuted.
An apple?
An apple, great one. And I'm going to show you one more that we have here on the farm. It's not quite ready yet, but this is one that we have here, another one we have on the farm. And this Shoshana, this tree, these blooms turn into pomegranates. Did you ever see the pomegranate tree growing? That's pretty cool. Alrighty, thanks so much for helping us harvest for our basket. And I am going to send it on back to Sharon to show us another one of our farm animals.
That's right. That's right. Thank you, Megan. Okay, so now that we have our basket of bikurim, and we heard how the chickens are super helpful in making the soil really rich, fertilizing it for the plants to grow, we have another animal on the farm I want to introduce you to that also helps with the soil. We keep it inside of a bin. I'm going to show you here. I took some out of the bin and I put it in here, and it lives in the dirt. You can go ahead and write it, or you can shout it out. What animal do you know that lives in the soil? What is it? What is it? Worms. That's right. I heard you guys say worms. And worms are super, super special because they will eat anything, any organic matter. That means any vegetable or fruit that is just usually would put in the trash can because you're done eating it. Maybe it went rotten. Maybe it's the end of it because then you don't eat it. And it will help decompose. That's a big word. Meaning it'll help break it down. We put some shredded paper in there. So we're helping with paper. And so instead of recycling it, we're reusing it. The worms, they feast on that paper. They feast on all that organic matter. And they help make this amazing, amazing soil. And the soil, this soil is what we use to plant new plants in and to plant the seeds in it. And really, a lot of people ask me, what is the best advice you can give me about starting a garden? And my number one advice is have good soil. Because if their soil isn't good, if it feels like sand, if it doesn't feel like it's healthy and it's full of water and it feels good in your hands, your plants won't do as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold out a worm for you all to see and to see how awesome they are right here. And now worms don't really like the sun. And so you can see that he's just trying to get away, but look at that worms. I'll tell you some fun things about the worm. The worm breathes through their skin, and it actually has 6 hearts, 6 little hearts. It does have a mouth, and that's where it eats down and breaks down all that compost. You can see, I'm gonna try to find another one while you guys are looking at this one. And what's so cool about it is that they have these little tiny hairs. The hairs are so microscopic that you can't even see them just with your eyes. You have to see them with a microscope. And those hairs is what helps them dig. It's called burrow. They dig into the dirt, and that's where they live. And like I said before, worms really don't like the sunlight. I'm gonna try to move to the shade there we go. Worms like it when it's nice and cool. There we go. They're much happier now in the shade. Whenever it's really hot and it's really hot and sunny, they could actually die because it will dehydrate them, and they don't have any water, and they don't have anywhere cool to live. So we want to make sure to keep them here where it's nice and shaded. And as you can see from the soil is supposed to be alive. And that takes us back to where we were talking before about how things, that we want to find things that are alive in your house, right? And that is because even soil is alive. It's not like dirt or like sand you find at the beach. It is filled with worms. It is filled with all kinds of little bugs. It is filled with rocks. And sometimes even if it has paper, it's totally fine. As you can see this paper right here. You want your soil to be dark, and you want it to feel almost like a nice soft Play-Doh. You don't want it to be just a bunch of grains. It's so cool, huh? I see Mayan and Shira writing cool, and then Jasmine saying yuck. Yeah, they are really, really cool creatures. And in one area of your garden, if you were to dig deep, if your soil was super, super healthy, you would be able to find more than 100,000 worms. That's a lot of worms. All right. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you like watching the worms and learning about them. Anybody thumbs up? All right, and if you have more questions about the worms, we're gonna do some questions and answers at the end. I can tell you more about them. I see Megan is getting ready for our last activity. And so I'm gonna hand it over to her and then I'm gonna walk over to her. Take it away, Megan.
Awesome. Now that we know about where all of our plants start from, the soil, the really, really healthy soil, we want to show you how potentially you could start your own garden at home. It's super, super simple. You could grow something in as small of a space as just a little yogurt carton, all the way up into a big backyard. So no matter how much space you have, you could grow even just a small thing. So today, we are actually going to be planting some zucchini seeds. But before we get started on planting our zucchini seeds, I want to show you how different each type of seed is. So this is our zucchini seed. It's pretty small, especially when you think of how big a zucchini becomes. Go ahead and show me on your hands. How big does a zucchini become? About this big. And this little, yeah, that's right, exactly. And so this little seed will create a plant that's even bigger than that, that will produce maybe 10, 15 zucchinis this big. It's really, really amazing. And on the other hand, we have some itty bitty bitty tiny seeds right here in this cup lid, and these are carrot seeds. And each one of these little carrot seeds becomes one whole carrot. Look how small those seeds are. There are probably 20 seeds here in this cup lid, and each one will turn into its very own carrot. So the thing to think about when planting a seed is you only want to create a hole that's big enough for 2 seeds, okay? So with this seed this big, I only want to make a hole about twice the size. Go ahead and show me how big with your fingers, about that big for this size of a seed. That's right, Kai, I see you showing us, that's perfect. On the other hand, with this tiny, tiny carrot seed, how small do you think that hole should be? About twice the size of this tiny, tiny carrot seed. Go ahead and show me with your fingers, how deep should that hole be? That's right, Ella, I see tiny little fingers. And Roni, that's perfect, just a small hole. Alrighty, so now we want to go ahead and show you how you can plant a seed. And as I do this, I want you to go ahead and practice just as if you had your own garden in front of you. So go ahead and play, do like a dramatic role play. Pretend you're here on the farm with us and you have a space in front of you. Go ahead and dig that soil. Dig that soil. Now add your compost to it. Add your worms. Make it all nice and healthy. Go ahead and add your healthy soil. And now I have a space right here in front of me. And I'm planting in a bed today. And this bed is actually going to be our Sukkot bed. So Sukkot is another festival or holiday at the end of summer when we celebrate the last harvest. So these fruits and veggies will be ready for Sukkot, the last harvest of the season. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to create a hole in the soil. So go ahead and show that and pretend to do it with me. And just like I said, I wanted about twice the size. So I'm measuring the seed on here. And so I'm going to go about up to my knuckle or so, digging that right into the soil up into my knuckle. And then I'm gonna go ahead and plop that seed in. Pretty easy, huh? Now I'm gonna do it one more time, and I'm gonna do about a hand's distance. So go ahead and give a little shaka like this, and go ahead and measure out your next spot. And right here, I'm going to go all the way down to my knuckle again. And I'm gonna go ahead and plant that seed right in there. All righty. So that's all it is to it. Super simple. And now, Sharon's gonna go over if you have a trans
here to show you if you're planting your seed in a pot and you're watering it every day, you're giving it sunlight. Once it gets to about this big, this is a nice big one. You can even be as small as 1 inch, maybe even 2 inches, which would be about this tall right here to your second knuckle. You can then take this whole thing and plant it in the soil. So let me show you how we do that. Megan's digging a nice big hole because look how big this is. And the best way to get it out of the pot is to loosen the bottom so that when you pull it, the whole thing comes out beautifully. Do you see how beautiful that was? And now these are all the roots on the bottom. You want to loosen that up a bit so they have a chance to grow into the soil. And here we go. I make sure the green stem is sticking out, and then I cover it back up with my soil, making sure the green part is out of the soil so that it's able to reach up to the sun and catch all that sunlight and the air and be able to make more food and sugar for the plant. Also make sure to water it, right?
Yes.
And you can look on the back of your seed packet. It'll tell you how often to water it at different stages. And it'll also tell you how long it'll take. Megan, tell them how long it would take for the carrots.
So we ended up planting the zucchini.
Oh, zucchini, that's right.
And the zucchini will take about a month and a half or so.
Nice. Awesome. Okay, and that is it. All that we have to show you from our farm. We are ready for questions. Any questions that you just write it in the chat and we'll answer those questions about chicken. Even ask about our farm. I saw somebody, Megan, ask before about the chickens.
Dawn, we can't hear you very
Doesn't
well.
matter. Yeah, what's that?
We can't hear you very well. I think we're
heard
kind of losing the connection. Is there a way to move closer to the Wi-Fi maybe?
Yes,
Yeah,
good point.
Yeah, we're on Megan's hotspot, so give us
All right. Right.
Okay, is this better?
Okay, ready for questions. Yes, better now.
Okay, perfect. So Sharon just asked me, she said that she saw a question in the chat box asking whether or not the color of the eggs is dependent on what they eat. Now, our chickens here at the farm, they're really, really lucky. We like to treat them really, really nicely, so they have a bunch of different fruits and veggies to eat. They have grain to eat. They have grass to eat. And no matter actually what type of food they're eating, that doesn't change the color of the outside of the egg, the shell of the egg. It just is dependent on the different types of breeds. However, sometimes depending on what they eat, the yolk of the egg might be a little different. So if you get a farm fresh egg that's had a lot of different fruits and veggies and bugs to eat, the egg yolk is a little bit more orange than maybe an egg yolk you might find in the store.
That is so cool. All right, we see Shoshana has a question. Okay, here we go. Do worms have teeth?
Oh,
Yeah, right? No?
they don't have
Oh, I
teeth.
thought they had little tiny teeth. No?
They don't have teeth.
Oh.
So actually, worms are kind of like chickens in that they'll eat some rocks and they'll eat some eggshells, kind of like hard substances, and that helps grind up inside of them all of the food material. So just like chickens actually will eat like little oyster shells and like rocks and things to help them mash up their food, so too do worms.
Oh, I'm so glad you guys asked that. Now I learned something new. All right, how do you stop squirrels from eating the plants? Oh, that's a hard one.
Yeah, we also have a lot of issues with bunnies too, and gophers.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of pests here.
Yeah.
Do you want to take that or you want me to take it?
I know a little bit about it. Megan knows a lot more, but I know on organic farm, we use a lot of different oils that they don't like to smell, and then that will keep them away. Sometimes for the gophers, we do have to put traps for them because they will just eat everything, and then we won't be able to donate any of our food.
That's right. Now, another thing that we commonly use, I'm going to try to get a photo of it behind me, see if you can see it. We have a row under this cover here, this cloth right here. So this cloth we put up, and that helps keep all of our pests away. So our bunnies can't get our lettuce, and so our caterpillars won't munch our kale. So we put up that cloth to create an actual wall between our produce and the pests. That's another one.
Awesome.
Let's see.
Shoshana said she has a question. Maybe we can spotlight her. And then we said, what types of chickens are there?
Okay, great. Yeah, we have lots of different types of chickens. We have Easter eggers, we have barred rock, we have leghorn, we have Andalusian. So lots of different types of chickens here. If you have any chickens at home, go ahead and put a little chicken hat on. Show us if you have chickens. It looks like Roni's raising their hand.
Okay. And then somebody asked, how many weeks does it take for the egg to crack? That's a great question. I'm not sure if the answer is I don't know if it's 12 weeks? Because we don't let our eggs actually crack here. So it's been a while since I've known that information. What we do here is right when they lay it, we collect it that same day. We collect both in the morning and in the afternoon. So no chicks are actually developing in the egg. We actually get to eat the eggs.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Roni.
Okay. All right, Roni. Yep. No, you did it.
Kama hindi ko dire
You have 2 worms? That's awesome. Thanks, Ani.
Okay, and
I think she scrolled down. We might have some more questions.
Okay. I don't know how to mute her back. Okay. Nope, that's it over here. If you have any other questions, go ahead and raise your hand if you didn't type them. Oh, I can't wait for Shavuot, somebody says.
All right, Ella?
Ella has a question.
Okay, Ella. Oh, wait, Ella. One more second. There you go. Okay, Ella, ask your question.
We can't hear you, Ella. We need to unmute you on your end. Maybe mommy or grandma help? Yeah, great. Okay, can't hear you.
I love your apple, Ella.
Okay, maybe we'll okay. Okay, maybe we'll figure it out and we'll have someone else in the meantime.
Yeah, we'll come back. Here, Shoshi has a raised hand. There we go. Oh.
So we hear Ella now. Let's hear your question, Ella.
How does the plant grow?
One more time.
How does the plant grow?
How does the
great question. How do plants grow? You want to take that one?
Sure. Plants are so miraculous because as long as you give them some soil and sun, they just grow by themselves. Remember when I was pulling out that leek and the onions and we saw those roots? The water and all the nutrients from that healthy, rich soil goes up the roots and up the stems, and it gives the plant everything it needs to grow from that end. And then from the leaves part, a really big word, photosynthesis. Can you guys repeat that after me? Photosynthesis. Try it.
Photosynthesis.
It's a really big word. It means that the leaf takes the sun and the carbon dioxide and some water, and it makes sugar by itself. Since it can't eat, doesn't have a mouth, it makes its own food, and then that goes down the plant. And with that miraculous system, the plant grows and we have more plants. And then remember I was telling you at the beginning about those bees and butterflies? they're helping to even make more seeds by taking pollen from flower to flower, and then we get more seeds and fruit.
That's right.
I love that question, Ella. Woo!
All right, we were going to unmute somebody.
Yeah, here's Shoshana.
Perfect, Shoshana.
In our backyard, we grow a lot of different plants, and we grow broccoli, carrots, corn, and lime.
That is so amazing, Shoshana. Ooh, do you eat all of that? Yum. Thank you for sharing.
That is so awesome.
Okay, I think we might have, do you have time for one more, Nitsan, or are we?
Yeah, we have time for one more question.
Okay, one more. Let's see if we can scroll through. Okay, Misha, what's your question?
How does photosynthesis work?
How do scientists work?
No, how does photosynthesis work?
How does photosynthesis
Oh.
work? Okay.
Okay, that's you.
Okay, so inside the leaves, there's another big word called chloroplasts. Everybody say that after me. Chloroplasts. Chloroplasts. That's right. And so the chloroplasts are actually, they're like, what are those things called? Solar panels, okay? And so the sunlight is coming in.
And
Oh.
when you need to charge your phone, there's another way of charging it. There's two ways of charging it. Put in a charge plug or use the sunlight with the solar panel and plug it to your phone.
That's right. I'm going to go ahead and mute you, Misha. Thank you for sharing that. So that's exactly right. Just like your phone charger solar panel can charge your phone, so too does the sunlight. It collects that same energy that those solar panels are collecting, and it takes in that energy from the sun. And then at the same time, the leaves have these tiny little holes called stomata. Everybody say stomata.
Stomata.
Stomata, that's right. And carbon dioxide is coming in there. And so just as we're breathing in that gas and makes sugar for the plant.
Amazing.
All right. Wow, that was such an educating trip on the farm. I'm so happy we could have you here. Now I'm going to unmute everyone's microphone and you can say thank you and toda to Megan and Sharon for showing us their farm. Okay, are we ready? Let's say it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Toda.
Everyone.